In Columbia, of course, it's the people who were not at that private service in Pickens County, but the people who were able to get a seat in what turned out to be a very crowded funeral at First Baptist Church here, and the people waiting outside. And our Taylor Farmer talked to some of them. So with those stories, Taylor Farmer.
Hey, Gordon, that's right. And one thing people repeatedly said about Lindsey Graham is that he was deeply committed to serving the people of South Carolina. They say his dedication to making the state and the country better is what made him a respected U.S. senator. But beyond politics, those who knew him best say he was a charming and witty friend. The late U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham was remembered Wednesday in South Carolina's state capitol. Before the funeral service, a procession made its way around the state house. Graham's casket draped with the American flag, followed behind a horse-drawn caisson as those who knew him reflected on his decades-long commitment to public service.
He was always trying to figure something to make his district better or to make the state of South Carolina better. And he never backed off of a difficult plan.
Graham was known by world leaders, but those closest to him remember him simply as a friend. For Senator Thomas Alexander, Graham was also a former desk mate while the two served together in the U.S. House of Representatives.
We go back a long way. Just a great public servant that has had a great wit about him and served our community and our state and our nation with great distinction.
Retired State Senator Greg Ryberg said it was 1992 when Graham first ran for the U.S. House seat, and that's when what he called a dear friendship began.
We had lots of good times together. Some of it was raising money and some of it was putting shoe leather to the ground and working on it. But he was a guy that I thought was remarkable, smart as can be, and when he talked, people listened.
As always, Graham's younger sister, interim U.S. Senator Darlene Graham, stood by his side Wednesday, joined by family members as they mourned his loss and will carry on his legacy. The loss of Graham was felt by many across South Carolina. People who call this state home paid their respects from a distance, showing up to honor a man they say cared deeply about the people he represented.
Back 2005, we had a train derailment in Graniteville where it wiped out the whole town with chlorine. And within hours, at least 5 hours, he showed up at this command center wanting to know what he could do to help.
Those who knew Lindsey Graham say his impact will be remembered long after his time in office.
And we're going to miss him dearly.
Wednesday afternoon, Graham's casket left First Baptist Church in Columbia to be buried in his hometown of Central. While processions and funeral services are often marked by tears, people in Columbia today wearing smiles, remembering Lindsey Graham for giving the people of South Carolina and this country everything he had. Live in Columbia, Taylor Farmer, back to you, Kelsey.